What's up, Laker fans? On Sunday night, the Lakers held off a late rally by the Grizzlies to move to 5-5. Let's take a look at how it all went down. Ingram scored 18 points in the first half without making a single jumper. He times his drive perfectly here. He knows that Kuzma is going to slip this screen and attacks right as he does. That puts Martin in the position of not knowing whether to hedge on Ingram or chase Kuzma. Ingram did a good job of utilizing a hesitation dribble on his drives to the right, freezing his defender. And he's getting better at driving to his left. Here, the long stride plus his shoulder dip gets him by the defender and all the way to the cup. And in transition, he's becoming a guy where if you don't stop ball early, you're at his mercy. It's very difficult to jump when you're backpedaling, and he took it right to Marc Gasol on a couple of occasions. He only scored 2 points in the second half, but I actually found it to be the first step in the next phase of his development. It was the first time that I've seen him be the focus of a defense, and Memphis was sending a second defender. Not only was Gasol hedging, which is normal, you have Mike Conley on one side and Dillon Brooks on the other, dropping down into the paint to prevent those drives. As he collapses the defense further, the correct reads become more clear. He still gets through, but it's a much more contested shot than the ones that he got in the first half. As he comes off of the pick and roll here, this dude ain't worried about Corey Brewer in the corner, so he's dropping down to prevent that drive to the right. Then you got Conley dropping down to tag Randall, so that means the correct read is Josh Hart. Ingram rarely makes this skip pass, and he's going to have to learn that as he draws more and more attention from defenses. There are times where the Lakers' spacing didn't do him any favors either. They're looking to exploit the switch here, which is good, but as he draws the second defender, where is he supposed to pass this? You shouldn't have 4 guys on one side of the court. When they hedge hard like this, he should do a dribble drag, taking a dribble or two back to draw both defenders toward him and then hit the short roll guy. He's very aggressive, so he's often moving forward, but sometimes that plays into the defense's hands. Here is an example of him doing it correctly. When the big defender soft hedges like this, you still want to drag, but instead of going backward, you want to go side to side. He's capable of making these types of plays, and he'll get better at making the correct read as he gets more experience. The Grizzlies shot just 29.7% from three-point range, and the Lakers' closeouts were a big part of that. In pick-and-pop scenarios, they would have the weak side wing come over and contest, which neutralized Gasol a bit. And to stay on the topic of Ingram, he was fantastic at these all night, contesting with both hands. He was absolutely fantastic at chasing guys off of the three-point line and still recovering. This is really hard to do. Lonzo did a nice job on Conley on these as well. The Lakers opened up a 22-point lead in the third quarter after getting hot from three-point range. Their defense has been good enough to keep them in games, and they're leading the NBA in points in the paint. So if they can get any production from behind the three-point arc, they're in business. Defensively, they had a strong stretch of interior defense from Lopez and quick rotations from their perimeter guys. They almost let it all slip away. Here, Lopez doesn't hedge, allowing the ball handler to get all the way to the basket. Offensively, the Lakers totally lost their composure, and it started with Jordan Clarkson. I hate to pick on him because he's had a really good season for us, but he had a terrible shift in the second half. But he was hardly alone as the Lakers totally fell apart. Even Lonzo got into the act, making a couple of very uncharacteristic turnovers. This culminated in a flagrant foul by Brook Lopez that gave the Grizzlies a chance to tie in the last minute. On Memphis' end of things, Tyreke Evans and Mike Conley did all they could to bring their team back. But then KCP got a huge steal on one end after Kuzma got beat, and then hit a jumper on the other, and that was that. Alright, that'll do it for this one. The goal of Laker Film Room is to provide Laker fans with thoughtful content that helps you enjoy the game on a deeper level. I'm able to do that because I don't work for a major publication that wants me to cover the most sensational material because it gets the most clicks. As a result, I rely on the support of Laker fans to help me produce my work. If you believe in what I do, please click either the Venmo or Patreon link below. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys next time.